Good morning, Methacton. We are Pal in the Hall.
Mrs. Palmer?
Miss Alveranga.
Mr. Light.
Today is job fair day, so we're going to celebrate by going around and asking other teachers if they weren't a teacher, what job would they have? And if they had any other careers other than being a teacher, what were they? Today, we decided to dress as our dream careers. So as you can see, I'm dressed as a businesswoman / CEO. Mr. Light here is dressed as Mrs. Palmer's son, wearing the exact same shirt. Miss Palmer is dressed as a personal trainer. Okay. So let's go.
Get it.
Why are we running? If you were not a teacher, what would your dream career be?
Improviser.
Can you add to that?
So improv is this wonderful thing where basically you go on stage, you don't even know what you're going to do, and for half an hour, you make a giant theater piece, minute to minute, second to second, and it's funny, and people are like happy, and they're like shouting, you're like, yeah, Mr. Dinich, yeah, and they love it. Improv, the best art form there is, or rock star. Yes, and Mr. Light.
Yes, and.
Improv?
Orionator and improviser.
Bald Heads Club. Excuse us. Can you go away, Mr. Flanagan? I'm sorry, this is for bald teachers only. No, Mr. Adolph. If you had any other job in the world other than being a teacher, what would it be?
I would be in a kitchen somewhere, making food. My favorite job I ever had was in high school, short order cook. If it paid better, I'd be there right now.
I love that. What part of the job did you like?
I like the intensity of it's nonstop. I love food. And every day was different. It was exciting.
Interesting. Well, one of us appears to have loved food more because our waist is a little bit wider. Thank you so much, Mr. Adolph, for giving us that feedback on...
What are we doing this for? What is this?
This is for... Oh, we can't say. I'm sorry. It's top secret.
Mr. Bontempo, hi. How are you today?
I'm wonderful. How are you, Dave?
I'm very well, thank you. We have a question that we're dying to know the answer to.
All right.
If you were not an administrator from Methacton High School, what would you be doing?
I don't know. I might invent an app and try and develop it and market it, I think, if I wasn't an administrator here.
That is a wonderful thing to do. What would that app be?
I don't know. Something that might help out in education, have a safety component, and sell for hundreds of millions of dollars someday.
You hear that, folks? If it had a name.
I might call it Smart Pass.
Leaving class, smart pass. Mr. Musselman! Oh my gosh, I haven't done this much running since 8th grade. Mr. Musselman, if you were not a physical education and health instructor here at Methacton High School, what would you be doing and why?
I'd be a weightlifter. Professional bodybuilder. Last name Musselman, phys ed teacher, or lifting weights.
You were really only
One or the
giving
other.
options.
I'm not laughing at you, I'm laughing with you.
Sure.
How are you doing today?
She should know how this usually goes.
I'm curious to see what you mean. So let's try this out. If you weren't a teacher, what other career would you have gone into?
But I've always been a teacher.
I'm aware, as both Methacton alum, we went off to college and then got scared of the real world and came right back home.
I don't want to say that I was scared.
He was scared. So if you were to be anything other than a teacher, what would you do?
And I don't know, because I'm a teacher.
I think we're all aware that you are a teacher, but let's make believe, right? If you weren't a teacher, what would you do?
But I am a teacher.
Oh my God, he's like SpongeBob.
I think you would just be a stoplight because you just keep repeating the same things over and over again. Thank you so much, Mr. Ranieri, for your time. Is there anything else you'd like to share with the school?
No, I think I'm good.
If you were not a teacher, what would you do?
I would be a physician's assistant. PA school.
A lady with a plan. That's a great answer. That's a great answer. Hey, have a good day. Mr. Walton, they gave us the microphone.
Oh, no.
I want you to think about this. Look, Mr. Walton is with all of his friends.
I know. These are the only people that will talk to me anymore.
Jeremy, you know they're not people, right?
They are in here.
Okay.
And in here.
If you were not able to be a teacher, you had to pick another job, what would it be?
You're thinking farmer right now, right?
No.
No, carpenter.
Like Bob the Builder?
Yeah, like make furniture.
Like Fix It Felix?
No, like carpenter, like.
Like make a cabinet?
Yeah. Yeah, like make kitchen cabinets and like
What would be your specialty?
desks and dressers.
In that order?
Or dressers and desks. Or you could combine them and have,
Dresser desks?
yes.
I think that was invented in college.
Yeah, that's a thing. That's a thing already.
It's up here. It's got like a little side to it so you can go like this. But no, wait, here are my socks.
All right, bud. We'll send some help, okay?
Oh, here I am. So we are going to be talking to Mr. Robbins. We're going to ask him a question. Mr. Robbins? Yes. Good afternoon. How are you?
Great, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. If you were not a teacher here at Methacton, what would you be doing? If you were not a teacher, what would you be doing?
I think I'd do a construction job.
A construction job?
Yeah. My dad was an electrician, so I think I'd do that.
So, like, do you see yourself doing the building? Are you the electrician?
I'd be an electrician. I'd be an electrician.
Okay. Are wires cool to you?
When the lights turn on, it's cool. Like when it works, like I like that. That's why I do it. Because you could like see that it works.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
I would like to know personally. If you were not a teacher, what would you be doing and why?
Well, I think my top choice would be male model. But that's not working out for me. Second choice would be astronaut. But I'm not smart enough for that. Third choice, my real legit choice would be a weatherman.
Today will be mostly sunny.
I want to be a weatherman. I want to have that touch screen and say when the storms are coming and the hurricanes and blizzards. So I would pick the first two. Male model and astronaut didn't come to fruition. I'd be a weatherman.
Well, it's never too late.
That's true. It's not.
Life is too short.
Could be anything other than a teacher. What would it be?
A student.
A student? Please explain more. Why would you be a student?
Well, if I won the lottery, I think I'd go back to school.
Would you also wear crop tops and cargo pants?
Absolutely not.
So if you were to be a student, what would you go back to study?
I'd probably go back. See, I'll get teased for this. If I buy an apartment, I'd probably go back and get my PhD in history. I don't have time for that research now. No.
That's understandable. Why history then? I mean, it's kind of boring.
Most important subject ever.
Debatable.
Jared is basically like a teacher here. He gives off the teacher vibes.
You do.
If you weren't a teacher assistant, if you will, what would you be?
A bird.
No, what job? What job? Sorry, I guess I should have specified.
keep that.
All the teachers understood that.
Be a bird.
Okay, that's wonderful. On the weekends, you can be a bird. But for your job to make money, what would you be?
Nursing.
I think you're going to be great at that. You are going to be great at that. That's what he's going to do. He's going to be so good.
We are both lacrosse coaches. This is for In the Hall. This is for
This might actually be the first good one of the year. All right, let's go.
there or
Do you
you just won the lottery. You have all the money, all the time in the world. What would you do with your time if you weren't a teacher?
But you have to work.
I have to work.
You have to work.
Something of value to
Well, it's not work
society.
if you love it. I might.
So this is a job.
Do I have moments to think about this?
I feel like you're going to take those moments whether we say yes or not. So
I would, and this is not gonna be the answer you want because it's not interesting. I would do woodworking. I would get a nice woodworking shop.
an original, but maybe it's original with what you would do with the woodworking. So tell us, what would you do with the wood?
I would make furniture, various lumber-based products, work with an awl. Yeah.
Would you specialize? What would be your specialty?
Bookshelves.
You need to meet Mr. Walton.
I have, and I wish I hadn't.
His response?
Like a wavelength
Yeah.
of his intonation, it would be a horizontal line.
Yes.
It would literally be a horizontal line.
No slope.
Yeah, you're probably right, but it depends on what kind of phase of my art that I'm in.
I know I'm right.
No slope.
But I think that's the exact type of demeanor you need for effective woodworking. Different kinds of miter joints. Maybe get into some Japanese woodworking without using any fasteners. It's all kind of like dowel rod based joinery. I watch a lot of woodworking videos on YouTube.
We can tell.
Yeah, this is very serious.
It's not about you. It's about Mr. Alzamora. And if he wasn't a teacher, what career would you have gone into?
Architecture?
God, you're all of you.
Architecture? Public planning?
There's been 2 other teachers that have given similar answers. Are you interested in maybe creating like a side business with those teachers? Before I tell you who they are, you have to say yes or no.
Sure. Or I could be a shepherd in a field with my flock and just sit there and no one bother me.
Should I be taking a hint right now?
I mean, you are the one walking around with a woman in a chicken outfit.
I think we're a vibe, actually. I hope you enjoy your flock and that no one else bothers you.
Mr. Smith, you could not be a teacher, but had to have a job. What would your job be? What would your career be?
NBA basketball player for sure.
Do you mind standing
got the
up
hair.
and saying that again?
Just a little taller.
Just so that we...
You're 5.
It looks better.
7.
That's with his shoes on. I think I'm taller than you. How about, let's just see.
No, I got game.
You could...
It's the hair. See, the only difference is the hair.
I'm taller than him. I'm
The
definitely...
hair. If I had hair, be totally different. Give me an afro, I'm good.
Absolutely.
I think there's a couple things wrong with that. Does your hair grow up or just down?
It's curly. It's wavy, actually. It was wavy.
Will it grow?
Will it? I don't know. I could be like one of those. What's the thing where you put the plant on the head?
A chia pet? Chia!
Chia hair. I could have chia hair like Bob Ross. Whoosh.
Okay.
Kind of like, I'm 5'7", but with the fro, I'm like 7'4".
Okay. Would you have a plan B in case that didn't work out for some unknown reason?
Shoe salesman?
Is that a thing? Do they have those?
I don't know.
God, you're a teacher, Pat, honestly.
Yeah.
God, this room is like a prison cell. They're so small. We don't have a pass, so we can't go in.
If you were not a teacher, what would you be doing? Why?
I wanted to be a marine biologist, but kids, I was lazy and didn't want to do the work in college, so I chose teaching. I don't know if that's a hardcore promotion for how hard it is to be a teacher, but that was the situation.
The wind blew, and it blew you away from marine biology.
Blew me onto the shore.
If you were not in education, what would your ideal job be?
I would be an FBI agent. For sure.
Oh my God! She'd be amazing.
How many times do you get Brent Singer?
A lot.
How tired of you of that? On like a scale of 1 to 10.
8.
If you were not in the field of education, what would you be doing, and why?
I probably would be a nurse, just because I like helping people, and I've always wanted to be a nurse, but I couldn't do the blood or broken bones and stuff like that.
Were you also as obsessed with Grey's Anatomy as my friends were who wanted to be nurses?
Yes.
Team Shepherd or McDreamy?
McDreamy.
Yeah.
Woo woo! Sus bus! There's nothing that quite lifts my wings, that sets sail to joy, than entering a room and just hearing, oh no, from the dream team in the corner over there. Yep, show them off. Yeah. I don't know. They don't even know how to spell biology. All right, Mr. Sussman, if you weren't a teacher, you could do anything else in the world, but it has to make money.
I would be an actor. Actually, when I plan to retire, I plan to go out for pilot season out in California, and I'm going to be a newly discovered old man actor sometime in the next 10 years.
Do you know Miss Pitt has a personal heater down here sometimes? Sometimes I just like to get close to her so we stay warm. If you were not a teacher, what would your job be?
I would be a goat farmer. Little pygmy goats. And then I would, like all the rich people who do yoga, I would bring them over.
Actually, could see you doing that. Goat yoga. Miss Pitt's goat yoga.
I am going to win the lottery, and then I'm going to save all the dogs, and then I'm going to have goats. And they're going to be great friends, so it's fine.
A woman with a plan.
Caught in the act of being an amazing educator. But if you had the chance to go back and do it all over again, and you couldn't be a teacher, but you still had to make money, what would you do?
I don't have an answer for that. I'm a teacher. That's what I was always going to be.
Die-hard teacher?
Pretty much.
If you could not be a teacher, but you had to have a job, what would your job be? She's not proud of this answer, but she's going to say it.
I really like bagging groceries. It gives me satisfaction. And I could see myself, like maybe when I retire, getting a job somewhere where I could put things in bags, and it would make me happy.
Mr. Kazula. I'm throwing it back to 2008 when I didn't know how to say his name. My amazing 9th grade English teacher. If you were not a teacher, but you still had to make money, what type of career or job would you have done?
I wanted to be an oceanographer when I was a kid, and you can see how close to that dream I am right now. You know, surrounded by water, fish.
I mean, some of them have the attention span of fish, so.
And oceanographers could have worked for big oil. They would work for the dark side. Yeah, a lot of money, maybe.
If we were to partner you with another teacher in this building that would have been a marine biologist, I won't say who, you just have to blindly sign up. Would you go into business with them maybe after retirement?
Blindly? No, I don't do blindly. I'm out.
It was Mr. Horvath.
Mr. Horvath? Oh, I'm definitely out.
Right, is she in the Where's Miss Capital? Where's Senorita Capital? Senorita? 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 You like that? Senorita Capital?
How are you today? I miss you too.
If you were not a teacher, what would you be doing and why?
An actress or like something along the lines of that. Just like famous, I'd be famous. Talking realistic, like maybe like a hairdresser or a chef.
Chicago, Chicago.
La 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 la. God, oh my God, my knees could never.
Knock, knock. Was that good? That was bad. Oh, we hijacked one of your students. Thank you. I'm not sure if it was allowed or not, but thank you for sharing. If you could not be a teacher, what would your job be?
Oh my gosh, I can't believe you asked that. Because I almost.
She's quitting.
She's
quitting?
Yeah, I almost quit my job. I want to be an actress.
If you could get like the job of a life, what would it be?
I'd probably work for Bradley Cooper.
Yes, 100% yes. When you get that job, call me. I'm coming too.
If you were not a teacher, you could go back and do anything to make money. What would you do? What job? What career?
I think I would have my own restaurant.
Mr. Peck, Mr. Peck, Mr. Peck, oh my God, Mr. Peck. Oh my gosh, Mr. Peck, Mr. Peck, Mr. Peck, Mr. Peck. If you were not in education, if you were not a counselor, not in guidance, what would you be doing and why?
Criminal justice. That's what I went to undergraduate for, to be a cop.
If you could go back and be anything in the world, but it still made money, what would you do?
Probably a football player then. If I got bigger, you know, hit the gym more, get a little taller, wouldn't mind being a football player.
What is the inverse of cubing? Huh?
Cube root.
Thank you.
All right, just for context here, I went to Paris and London with Mr. and Mrs. Ranieri, and I watched Mrs. Ranieri almost get pickpocketed, and she very well defended herself. So we're going in just a little on the defense, a little just ready to.
I'm sorry. This is my fault. This is my fault.
I heard my husband had a bad answer. What?
You can only do better for the Ranieris.
Okay, I'll do better. Let's represent.
If you were to go back in time and not become a teacher, and you couldn't be a pro wrestler, remember the train incident?
I got pickpocketed and had to literally throw a girl off a train in Paris.
Through hands.
Was it witnessed it?
The train was moving.
It was kind of. It was like a movie, kind of. Yeah.
What would you do?
Professional ski instructor.
If you were not going to be a teacher or an instructional coach, or I'm not actually sure what you do, what would your job be? Say it one more time.
An actuary. Professional golfer. I'm a professional golfer.
Live or PGA?
PGA.
Oh, he's old school.
I wasn't a teacher. Actually, my first career was in hospitality, and I was really good at it. Would be making buco bucks, too.
And then?
Then, yeah, children came along, and this is a great career for women with children. I would like to be a college coach.
Yes.
Yeah, look smart. Look smart. Don't think that helped. If you were not in education, what would you be? Have to work. You have to make money.
If I use my deep voice, I think you could argue that maybe I could be like a sports broadcaster.
If you could go back and be anything else in the world other than a teacher, but could make money, what would you do?
I would love to own my own bakery, and I would love to like bake cakes and cookies and stuff like that.
Mr. Cardillo, if you could go back and start all over again, but you couldn't be a teacher, what would you be?
Probably a cop.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's the wrong answer, Tony. You'd be a weatherman.
No, it'd be a police officer.
Oh, no, you wouldn't. He'd be a weatherman. If you were not a teacher, what would your ideal job be?
I would either be full-time potter. I've been thinking about architecture a lot. So architecture or interior design.
There are some others that we could hook you up in this building that want to be architecture too. So, so you guys could make a.
Well, a firm.
Is it a firm? Is it a gaggle?
Yeah.
That's geese. No. Answer to be, I would be a party planner. That's my answer. Little kids' birthday parties, or science birthday parties. Like I think I could be the birthday party planner. That would be my job.
I'm personable, confident, good looking, great at coming up with lists on my own.
Yes, of herself.
Maybe I need to go to the job fair and. You know what? I should take the personality test first that counselors will offer.
Absolutely.
And then based on my personalities, they are going to my pluralized personality.
She's working on them.
Based on my personality, I'll be able to come up with a potential career other than teaching. And so when my 5th and 6th periods drive me through the wall, I have a backup plan. Well, Ms. Acton, we hope that you learned a little bit about some of your teachers today. We hope that maybe you got some inspiration as to a future career or job that you could do. And we hope that you enjoy yourself at the job fair later today.
What would you two be doing if you weren't a teacher?
I would say be a bartender. I wanted to be a pharmaceutical sales rep.
I would have been a genetic counselor. All right, Mr. Light, enlighten us, bet you never heard that joke before, on what you would do if you weren't a teacher.
I'd be a pop star.
That makes so much sense.
Period.
Do you want to, I mean, there's a microphone and a camera. Here we are.
You want a little backbeat?
No.
You are
my fire,
the one.
Leave me alone.